you have the opportunity to be educated and informed. So you can use these tools to help you leverage the path of progress. So the word land banking. So I'm going to read a definition on that, right? Still risky, but think about land banking. So it's a strategy where real estate investors purchase undeveloped land in areas where they anticipate future growth. The goal is to bank the land, holding it long term until its value appreciates due to urban development, new infrastructure, increasing demand in the area. So that's what we're going to dive into today. So one last thing I'll share with you on what I love about the option contract, right? So we all heard of Walt Disney or Disney World, right? So there's a big story. I'm going to summarize it in brief about how he purchased the land in Florida using an option contract. So Walt Disney used the option contract to acquire the land for Disney World in Florida. Keeping his plan secret to avoid price hikes, he purchased the land through a series of option contracts, which gave him the right but not the obligation to buy parcels at a set price over time. So the story goes, I heard he had like a team in Kentucky of sales reps with these anonymous companies, and they were locking up properties with the option contract, thousands of parcels. So Disney created this strategy in Orlando, allowing him to gather, like I said, thousands of acres quietly, affordably, without revealing his true intentions. When word eventually leaked that Disney was behind the purchases, when actually leaked because he he had all the parcels lined up with his option contracts, and like dominoes, he just executed them all. And then once everyone found out, prices skyrocketed. I forgot, it was like 80x, something crazy. You can Google it. But by then, he had already secured most of the land needed at a fraction of the cost. This approach not only saved him millions, but also made it possible for Disney World to expand into the massive park and resort it is today. So I want you to think about this story, think about these tools, and think about we're starting to talk about with the path of progress, and how can you use this information in the resource here at the Arizona Real Estate Investors Association and participate. So let's jump into insight 1, population growth as a driver in the path of progress. One of the most impactful elements Arizona's path of progress is the sheer volume of people moving here. Last year, we saw a net migration of roughly 80,000 people. That's thousands of individuals and families looking for housing, employment, and opportunities. So for real estate investors, this creates an expanding demand that won't be going away anytime soon here. So like you said, we always hear there was like, at one point it was like 200 people a day just from California or along those lines coming here. So a lot of population growth is a key driver in real estate investing. So with the influx of all these new residents, they're concentrated in certain regions like the West Valley. So you have seen the Loop 303, right? So west of the 101, there's a lot of land development going on. Developers like Fulton Homes are focusing their efforts in this corridor, which is a signal that they're in a growth phase. We're in that area. But what does this mean? Right? So what does it mean? So Fulton Homes and all these other developers are out there building. You guys even see the storage facilities, the commercial buildings, and there's just so much going out there. So what it means is that as population density increases in these areas, so will the demand for housing, retail, and essential services. Single family homes, multifamily homes, commercial spaces are likely to see rising values in these regions. And in short term, we're seeing stability in property prices and rental rates, but the long-term outlook is that this area will become some of the most desirable in the state. Job growth continues to draw new residents in the West Valley. So to keep up on this trend, Azreia offers regular market reports, market updates. As you know, we have Dan Doma come in from Easy Street. We have Tina Tambor from the Cromford Report. They all come in every month at our main meeting to kind of share these in-depth insights.